Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 best physical comedy moments on SNL. No! For this list, we're looking at the most impressive examples of humor emerging from physicality on the show. Did we forget a standout? Let us know in the comments below. Number 20, Lisa from Temecula. Gathering together for a birthday celebration, a group of friends has to deal with the unpredictable sister Lisa.
Lisa, we've heard so much about you. It's so nice to finally meet you.
That's cute. But don't think I'm giving up the butt tonight.
The outspoken character has ordered her steak extra well done and doesn't mind having to work for her food. While trying to cut the meat, she violently shakes the table with every stroke. Ego Wotum's determined performance turns this dinner into a hysterical experience.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys, but a few nights back, this dog followed me home.
I'm about to tear this thing up.
Host Pedro Pascal almost immediately breaks into a wave of laughter as the others can barely contain themselves. Wotum absolutely destroys the room with her brilliant work handling the meal. The ordeal also gets Bo and Yang to laugh, bringing the best sort of chaos to the table.
Just want to check in on you. Is everything going all right? We've been getting some complaints.
Oh, 'cause we black?
Number 19, Baby Boss. A dinner party takes an absurd turn when one of the hosts turns out to be a boss with a baby's body.
Well, ahoy there! Hope everyone brought their appetites.
Sliding down the stairs, Beck Bennett fully embodies the physicality of a toddler. Kenan Thompson plays the employee hoping to get a promotion, and putting up with a lot as a result.
Honey, what am I looking at?
You're looking at the man who's gonna make me see her phone?
From struggling to walk to mishandling expensive plates, Bennett really sells every movement with hilarious accuracy. The host couple then announces that they're expecting, adding an extra level of irony to the affair. Following a chaotic scene at the table, the boss reminds everyone of his early bedtime and high-fives them goodbye. The added touch of him being in a baby chair makes it that much funnier.
Ooh, well. Look who's feeling frisky.
That's right. How about a bath?
I'll go fill up the kitchen sink.
Number 18, Super Showcase Spokesmodels. Maya Rudolph and Kristen Wiig are genuine superstars in this sketch.
You two look lovely today.
Thanks, Carl. Shonda's wearing Christopher Kane.
And Vonda's wearing a Christopher Kane knockoff.
Starring as spokesmodels in a game show, the pair has to show off the program's prizes. Their various movements combine with absurd accents to create a wonderfully volatile energy. Rudolph and Wiig quickly break down, almost overcome by the ridiculous props. At one point, one of them drives a golf cart that nearly runs the other over before destroying part of the set. Even Bill Hader has to hide his laughter while the two women seemingly have a blast making each other break throughout.
It's always time for close.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
It's a hilarious dose of physical comedy, and we're surprised they stick to the script at all.
Oh my God! Shonda got decapitated, but she's still walking around showing things from the card backstage!
Number 17, Herb Welch, Falling Ice. Bill Hader plays Herb Welch, an ornery reporter with no filter in this recurring sketch.
Now tell us, Herb, what is the mood where you are?
Well, they changed the 8 a.m. service to a Spanish mass, so I'm not doing too well.
In this version, he talks to locals about falling ice. Things predictably go haywire though, as Herb's worst instincts kick in and he lets his outdated attitude fly free.
Well, there you have it. You call it a bikini, but I call it too far.
He's also eager to use his microphone against people, including Kristen Wiig's character. The moments are so absurd that they nearly break Hader out of his performance. After attacking the camera, the unorthodox newsman shows he's still up for picking a fight. The entire premise hinges on Hader's unique ability to sell the old man as a physically combative train wreck, and he delivers.
Herb Welch lives.
Just terrible.
Can't we fire him?
Number 16, Lulu Diamonds. Melissa McCarthy is not afraid to put her body on the line for the sake of comedy. Take this classic Hollywood parody as an example.
Oh, calm down, boys. I'm just getting started.
She expertly plays a fictional actress who can't seem to conquer a staircase. The star repeatedly attempts to climb the stairs to no avail.
Oh, Lulu, no!
Oh, cheese and crackers!
And that was the best of 50 takes.
McCarthy tumbles every time with reckless abandon, never appearing worried about potential injuries. Just when you think it can't get any better, she starts at the top, fails to catch flowers, and takes one more climactic spill for laughs. While McCarthy is also brilliant with ranch dressing or playing Sean Spicer, this film homage brings out the best of her skills.
Oh, no!
Son of a beastie!
Number 15, Mr. Peepers. Sometimes underrated compared to his contemporaries, Chris Kattan reveals his physical prowess as Mr. Peepers.
Thank you, Professor. This is Mr. Peepers. He comes to us from the Amazon rainforest.
He transforms into a primate in this sketch, where his character is shown off to a classroom. In every mannerism, Kattan captures the primal instincts of an animal.
Peepers possesses a remarkable intelligence. For example, Peepers, what is the color of a stop sign? Red. Excellent.
He breaks objects and tears through an apple in what can only be described as a manic performance. Once Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson enters the scene as the father, Peepers acts even wilder.
Now, notice how protective Papa Peepers is of his son.
Kattan and his co-star proceed to spit apples everywhere before attacking the teacher and breaking through a wall. Talk about going all out to create a tornado of comic goodness.
This, my friends, is a great day for science!
Number 14, James Brown's Celebrity Hot Tub Party. Delivering a masterclass in physical comedy, icon Eddie Murphy channels the godfather of soul here.
Sometimes I make me break out in a cold sweat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He skillfully takes James Brown to his logical extreme as a dancing host, shimmying with the band and singing in a high-wire act of excellence. Eventually, he dips his toe in to check the tub's heat before recoiling at the temperature.
Too hot in the hot tub. Burn the flesh. Make it cooler. Good God.
By the time he finally sits down in the water, we've all been treated to an enjoyable, over-the-top dance party. If you ask us, this has to be included on Murphy's Saturday Night Live highlight reel for its full-throttle physical energy alone.
Don't go away, we'll be right back with more Celebrity Hot Tub.
Number 13, more Cowbell. While recording Don't Fear the Reaper, Blue Oyster Cult isn't quite sure how much to use one particular instrument.
And I gotta tell you, fellas, you have got what appears to be a dynamite sound.
Coming from you, Bruce, that means a lot.
Will Ferrell brings it as the cowbell player in one of his most iconic roles. Not to be overshadowed, Christopher Walken plays the producer stepping in to offer his opinions.
Fellas, it was sounding great, but I could have used a little more cowbell.
Ferrell isn't afraid to go all in on his character, playing hard and making even wilder movements. It gets so out of hand that he even gets into a fight with his bandmates. By the end, though, he hits that cowbell like his life depends on it. It's both a highly quotable sketch.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
And one that demands a ton of physicality from its star. Number 12, the Spartan Cheerleaders. You wouldn't necessarily expect cheerleaders to be performing at a chess tournament, but these aren't your average pom-pom twirlers.
R-O-W?
CIA?
Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry star as the recurring characters in a sketch that involves several inventive routines. Both performers really get into their work, using movement to steal the spotlight away from the competition itself.
Roll call! Cha-cha-boochie, cha-cha-cha-boochie, roll call!
They exude so much school spirit that their cheers start to veer into vicious territory. And between their shouting and constant commentary, the duo even finds time for a perfectly posed picture. The ecstatic partners round it all out with a choreographed dance to Tone Loc's Funky Cold Medina.
Funky Cold Medina.
Number 11, The Judy Miller Show live from her bedroom. Gilda Radner was among the breakout stars of Saturday Night Live in its early seasons.
I am so bored!
This sketch, and the recurring character of Judy Miller as a whole, provide a good example of why she achieved fame, giving her ample opportunity to entertain. She plays a girl that makes up her own show in her bedroom.
And now it's time for the Judy Miller Show!
Jumping around and fidgeting on her bed, Radner never lets up, delivering a one-woman show full of stuffed animals. She even repeatedly launches herself into a door without missing any of her dialogue. With the ability to command a scene by herself, the comedian runs around in an impressive display of childlike wonder, and we never tire of watching her.
On the Judy Miller Show. The end.
Number 10, Liza Minnelli tries to turn off a lamp.
Oh, sure,
Just let me turn off some of these lamps.
This hilarious sketch from 2012 is literally 3.5 minutes of Kristen Wiig as actress and singer Liza Minnelli trying to turn off a lamp.
Is there a little knob on here that you turn and everything goes black?
There's really no complicated joke here, and there doesn't need to be. The laughs come entirely from Wiig's awesome, exaggerated theatricality. The kicks, the jazz hands, the Fosse neck, and this wasn't the first time we saw Wiig do this either. The previous season, we got to watch her turn another mundane task into comic gold with Anne Margaret tries to throw away a wad of paper into a trash can.
Let's make this happen.
Number 9. Chevy chases Pratfalls.
Uh-oh!
There were so many of these falls of the week that we couldn't choose just one. So here's Chevy Chase falling down over and over again.
No problem.
Chase was part of the original cast of Not Ready for Primetime Players that shook up TV sketch comedy back in 1975. And for all but 2 shows that first season, he was the guy that got to say those iconic words.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Usually that line would follow a pratfall. Often, Chase would perform these falls as President Gerald Ford.
Now for my second announcement. Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Number 8. Girlfriend's Game Night.
Horace's sons are suing me again. Horace, where are you going? To the Chicago... Oh, Horace!
Great physical comedy doesn't always have to be big. Sometimes comedy can come from simple movements.
Is he still laughing, or is maybe something wrong?
Which is the case with this funny sketch from season 43. Cecily Strong comes to Girlfriend's Game Night with her much older husband Horace, Bill Hader in a bald cap and a wheelchair. And some of the biggest laughs in the sketch come as Horace tries to navigate his wheelchair around the room. So much so that Hader backing up and pushing the table has him and the other actors laughing as much as the audience.
You know what? No.
Of course, this isn't the first time we've seen the brilliant Bill Hader break.
And if you liked Russell Crowe in Les Miserables, you might want to hear Jasper the Gorilla pass a kidney stone.
Number 7. Wild and Crazy Guys.
Jorg, my brother, there will certainly be a lot of swinging in our bachelor pad tonight.
Decades before the head-bobbing Butabi brothers appeared on Saturday Night Live, there were 2 Czech bachelors hunting foxes in New York City bars and clubs. The Festrunk brothers, played by Dan Aykroyd and Steve Martin, refer to themselves as 2 wild and crazy guys.
There's no other pair of Czech brothers who cruise and swing so successfully in tight slacks. We are 2 wild and crazy guys!
And all their moving and shaking and bobbing around perfectly accentuated their thick accents and wannabe playboy attitudes. Few recurring characters have reached the popularity that these 2 enjoyed. So much so that Martin and Aykroyd brought the duo back 35 years after they made their first appearance on the show in a dating game sketch.
So get ready to take a hike, because we are 2 wild and crazy guys!
Number 6. Synchronized Swimming.
Oh, it's not gonna be easy. My brother and I know it's not gonna be easy.
Harry Shearer is probably best known for his many voices on The Simpsons, including Mr. Burns.
Excellent.
Christopher Guest wrote and acted in such films as This Is Spinal Tap and Best in Show, which he also directed.
3,000 dogs competing for Best in Show.
And Martin Short is one of the great comedic performers of his generation.
Although the judges don't count it, deck work is a very important part of Lawrence's preparation for the water.
In 1984, these 3 greats came together in one of the best SNL digital film shorts of all time, about 2 unathletic brothers trying to make it as male synchronized swimmers. The whole thing is hysterical, but the routines in the pool are classic. Point to any comedy fan who was old enough to be watching SNL in 1984 and say, "I know you, I know you." They'll get the joke.
You're just pointing at him. Hey, you. I know you. I know you.
Number 5. Mary Catherine Gallagher wants to join a gang. Molly Shannon certainly loves to kick, stretch, and kick. But she didn't only break out those sweet moves as 50-year-old Sally O'Malley.
So I put on my red pants because I like to dance.
One of her other popular recurring characters during her time on SNL was the made-for-TV movie-quoting Catholic schoolgirl Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Maybe a little demonstration would help change your mind, huh?
And in this sketch from season 24, Mary kicks, stretches, kicks, and throws herself against bathroom stalls. There sure is no denying the physical comedy here. The one popular move that she didn't pull in this one that she did in most Mary sketches was the old smelling your hands after putting them in your armpits move.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my hands under my arms and then I smell my fingers like that.
Number 4, Chippendales.
I know you've been put through a long audition and it's been hard. But I think that in itself is a testament to how good both of you are and just how difficult our choice is.
The Chippendales sketch from season 16 has become one of the most popular in the history of the show, and is often credited as the moment that launched Chris Farley to stardom. Some even knew before the live performance that it was going to be huge. Mike Myers has said that he, quote, knew in rehearsal that a star was born. Farley would go on to make a career out of his willingness and ability to completely commit to big physical comedy like few others ever have. That included the rest of his time on SNL and his work in films such as Tommy Boy and Beverly Hills Ninja.
I may not be the best ninja. I may not be one with the universe. But I will tell you this. No one messes with my brother! Everybody was
Number 3, Rebecca LaRue, the flirting expert.
Wow, it looks like, you've started flirting already.
No, I'm not. I'm just listening to you.
This might be one of the least well-known sketches and characters on the list, but it's also one of the funniest. Kristen Wiig has had many memorable moments on Weekend Update.
I heard some people liked it.
Not me.
But one of her best physical comedy roles might just be as flirting expert Rebecca LaRue. In 2011, Wiig brought LaRue to the Weekend Update desk to give anchor Seth Meyers a lesson in flirting.
I'm sorry, Rebecca, do you want to explain what you're doing right now?
Just like body language stuff, that people can do.
Wiig took classic flirting moves up about 10 notches, and the resulting physical comedy is hysterical.
Little small things like...
Rebecca.
It culminates in Wiig just spreading her legs right at Myers. His shock is genuine because it was totally improvised in that moment by Wiig.
Rebecca, what are you doing?
Number 2, the Roxbury Guys. The Butabi brothers, better known as the Roxbury Guys, were characters that relied completely on physical comedy, and people loved it. Go to any college bar in the 90s, and there's a good chance you'd see some 20-something guys bobbing their heads and pointing at girls asking, you, me, him, you, me? These pickup artist wannabes, played by Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan, were the wild and crazy guys of the 90s.
Hey, who are the new guys?
The two pairs of siblings even came together on the show one time in the season 24 premiere.
What's going on here? What's going on? What are you guys doing?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Matt Foley, Van Down by the River.
All right, how's everybody? Good.
Who could ever forget the great Chris Farley and his motivational speaker Matt Foley?
Oh, as Deshaun told you, my name is Matt Foley.
The character made his SNL debut during Farley's 3rd season on the show. He was an immediate hit, cracking up the audience as well as the other members of the cast on stage, which was always a goal of Farley's.
Now I wonder, Brian, from what I've heard, you're using your paper not for writing, but for rolling doobies.
As David Spade would later recall, quote, in rehearsal, he's done the thing with his glasses, but he'd never done the twisting his belt and hitching up the pants thing. He saved that for the live performance, and so none of us had ever seen it. He knew that would break me. Break him it did, but we really can't blame him.
Old Matt's gonna be your shadow. Here's you, here's Matt. There's you, there.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.